Hi everyone, I'm Diane Miller of Miller Music Studios in New York. I'm wondering, have you ever wanted to play a certain piece of music, or you wanted your child who's a piano student to play a certain piece of music, but you're not really sure if they're ready yet? Well, I'd like to help you to understand what you need to know so that you know yourself whether they're ready. I'm calling this the Big 10 in music study. Do you know what you don't know? This is an explanation to parents and music students to see what you need to know to level up to that special piece of music you want to play. From experience, I find I can teach anyone any piece of piano music, but you have two choices. One, learn by rote. Take 1 or more years to learn one impressive piece mostly by rote. Rote means I show you how the music sounds. I write in the letter names and the chord names in the sheet music, and I show you where to put your hands on the keyboard with the correct rhythms. Or 2, read yourself. Then you can take 1 or more years to learn the rudiments needed to understand that piece, and take only 2 months to learn it with another 2 months to finesse it. The first is called learning by rote, and always being dependent on a music teacher to teach you to play a piece of music. This includes the quick fix apps that teach you one song. The second is called music education. If you learn to read music, you can play more. You're not just a one-hit wonder, but instead you can be a showstopper who can play encore after encore. With a solid music education at the piano, you can play any piece on the level you've attained. Think of Coolio, who has the one song he's remembered for, called Gangster's Paradise, versus Elvis, Mariah Carey, rapper Eminem, Alicia Keys, who have so many hits. Here's the problem. Having the passion, excitement, and enthusiasm to play a famous piece of music like Beethoven's Für Elise, which almost everyone wants to play, or a NYSMA, that's New York State School Music Association, level 6 piece, which is about college level, but not knowing the high-level requirements to play those pieces well can lead to disappointment. In this short video, I'd like to bridge the gap between teacher and parent-student understanding of how the level or degree of current development affects your choice of piece. Levels of music are like grades in school. Everyone goes through school, so there's a clear understanding that it wouldn't be fair to a first grader to test them on a 6th grade level. Likewise, it wouldn't be fair to test a 6th grade student on a 12th grade level either, unless those students had already been taught to understand all the components of those higher level tests. Music is the same. There are levels that must be thoroughly mastered before undertaking the higher levels. At times, I have given in to requests to skip to a higher level piece, but only to keep the students' interest engaged. In those instances, however, the amount of time it takes to be able to play the piece is longer than hoped, and there's much stress. To level up in music, there are 10 levels to master in each of these topics. Topic number 1, about 10 levels of sight reading. Sight reading is being able to take a piece of music, sit at the piano, look at it for 30 seconds to a minute, and be able to play it yourself. Sight reading begins very basic, with music notes in a stepwise motion, going from a line to a space or a space to a line, then small skips and leaps, knowledge of intervals and how they look on the page with how they look on the keyboard and how they feel in your hand, basic rhythms advancing to more complicated ones, hands playing one at a time, advancing towards playing hands together, single notes advancing to 2 or more notes played together as chords and arpeggios, etc. The second topic, there are 10 levels of scales, chords, cadences, arpeggios, and musicianship phases. 15 major scales, 60 total, not including the modes, because each major scale has a minor scale approached as a relative minor or a parallel minor. Each minor scale is played in 3 ways: natural minor, harmonic minor, and melodic minor. Chords, cadences, arpeggios that correspond to each one. Understanding the 15 major keys that music is written in, and their 3 relative minors each, that's 60 scales in total. Music is made up of these keys and their combinations of chords, both blocked, played all together, or broken, played one at a time. Once someone knows this musical language fluently on each level, they can move up to more advanced pieces. Third topic, 10 levels of rhythms. Quarter notes, half notes, they get more time. Whole notes, they get 4 beats. Dotted notes, dotted quarter notes, dotted eighth notes, 16th notes, 32nd notes, and more. Each has a corresponding rest. Rhythm involves coordination of the two hands as they play together in unison or in a more complicated fashion. Fourth topic, 10 levels of repertoire. That is, the pieces you can play in various genres or styles. In classical music, a good music education includes the various eras or time periods: Baroque era, classical era, Romantic era, Impressionistic and 20th century music and beyond, ragtime, blues, boogie-woogie, current popular songs, movie themes, etc. In NYSMA, there are 6 levels. That's the New York State School Music Association. However, within each level, there are ranges, and in some levels, there's as much as 5 more levels. So if there are 5 levels in each of the 6 levels, do the multiplication. That's like 30 levels. They do that so that if someone is in level 1 and they started later on, they have a span. They can play something that's very easy, something that's a little bit challenging, or something that's a little advanced. You level up to level 2, and the same thing happens. You can pick the easiest in the level, or the most difficult, challenging, or something in the middle of each of the 6 levels. ABRSM, that's the Associated Board of the Royal Schools of Music, they have in their program an initial level, which is pre-grade 1, all the way through grade 8. And then there's 3 levels above that, which correspond with college and doctorate levels. The Guild, this is an international guild of piano teachers from the American College of Musicians, have about 14 undergraduate levels, plus 4 college and 1 doctorate level. The Suzuki Piano School has levels 1 through 7. Another topic is the 10 levels of music theory. Music theory is the language of music in textbook form, workbook form, and learning composition writing yourself. The 6th topic is 10 levels of ear training, aural, AURAL training. That's being trained to hear music and understand it as a language. A 7th topic is 10 levels of technique. This can be as simple as curving your fingers as you play the piano, playing your finger number 5 on the tip and not flat, which collapses the hand, how to play your thumb where the nail meets the skin on the side in an upright angled position, holding your wrist level but pliable, rotation, and as in my training, can be brought to high levels of proficiency, such as Hanon, Pishna, Dachnani, Schmidt preparatory exercises, Czerny, Franz Liszt, Bartok Rajavsky, and more. In conclusion, music is a language. We all know that to be fluent in any language, we need to be able to speak it, understand it when we hear it, read it, write it fluently with ease and competence. This is the same in music. I hope this gives you a better understanding of how to choose a piece of music on which level, and why it's so important to come prepared to every lesson, having completed the assignment I gave you and ready to move on and level up. For supplemental help to advance through the levels faster with more confidence and understanding, I've created, and I continue to create, on patreon.com, that's patreon.com/Miller Music Studios, where you can subscribe to either one track only, which is one topic, one subject, or to the All Access Pass, which allows you to access all the tracks, all the topics, all the subjects for a well-rounded music learning experience. I strive to upload more lessons every single week, so the sky's the limit. Happy practicing, everyone. Here's your kiss.